ओके वेलकम एंड आप सबका स्वागत है कोटक लाइव की तरफ से। हमारे माननीय ग्राहकों का स्वागत करते हैं हम एंड थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। आज 11 जुलाई 2020 है और 5:30 बज चुके हैं। आने वाले 1 घंटे की मैं गारंटी देना चाहता हूं कि आपको जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन मिलने वाली है हमारे जो इंडस्ट्री के एक्सपर्ट हैं वो बहुत यूनिक होगी, राइट? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बहुत एक इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियो मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहता हूं। ये इंफॉर्मेशन को आउट रिक्वेस्ट बहुत अटेंटिव होके सुनिएगा, राइट? और अपनी ऐसी जगह पे बैठिए जहां सिग्नल अच्छा हो, आपकी मोबाइल की बैटरी प्रॉपर चार्ज हो, अगर हेडफोन हो ईयरफोन हो तो वो लेके बैठिएगा। और इतना ही नहीं, अगर पॉसिबल हो तो एक पेन और पेपर लेके बैठिएगा, बिकॉज चांसेस आर देयर आने वाले 1 घंटे में ऐसी बहुत सी इंफॉर्मेशन होगी जो आप और डिटेल में जानना चाहेंगे, राइट?
Married Women's Property Act 1874. You may think your life savings are safe, but have you assessed the external threats to your assets? Loss of assets and savings can cause serious disruption in your life and leave you with no safety net. Not having financial support in difficult times like death or bankruptcy can knock a family down completely. These external threats can be a claim on your property by bank, creditors, income tax authorities, and even ill-intending relatives. Do you know that there is an easy way out to protect your assets? Saving and legacy creation is an inbuilt need for humans. To leave behind our life's worth of savings in the hands of the children is the most satisfying feeling ever. And what better way to ensure this than by MWPA? World across, many face the most negative impact of lockdown. Businessmen and their estates are at serious risk of capital erosion, even bankruptcy. As an essential service, MWPA insurance can help them the most. It is the easiest and most secure way of safeguarding your estate. It is interesting to note that Married Women's Property Act was passed in 1874, but it has come to our rescue in 2020. In the age of uncertainty, it is essential to ensure that our hard-earned money goes into the right hands. Let us now understand who needs MWPA the most. Businessmen, partners and proprietors of firms, directors of companies, professionals like doctors, engineers, lawyers, etc., salaried class, everyone who has a family. Let us look at some real-life stories now. Supreme Court awards 1 crore compensation for medical negligence to a Hyderabad hospital. Supreme Court awards 5.96 crores compensation against Kolkata's AMRI hospital on medical negligence. Do you think doctors need MWPA? Are film producers as a community vulnerable? Name: G. Venkateshwaran, Chartered Accountant, elder brother of director Mani Ratnam, promoter of GV Films, hung from a fan at his residence. Cause of suicide? Box office losses. Can you imagine that a former football captain could be a potential prospect? Name: VP Satyan, national selector, coach for Indian bank team. Fell in front of a speeding train and committed suicide. Cause of suicide? Debts. Cricket, which is the most watched game, but do all the players earn and plan adequately? Name: VB Chandrasekhar, represented our country in 7 one-day internationals, played for Tamil Nadu and Goa at domestic level, hung himself at his home. Cause of suicide, financial strain. Who could have thought that this enterprising businessman would fall prey for debts? Name V.G. Siddhartha, founder of CCD, India's largest coffee chain. Went missing, body was found washed in Netravati river after 36 hours. Cause of suicide? Deaths in private capacity. What is common in all these instances? Bankruptcy, creditor's claim, tax penalty, court attachment. Do you know an easy way to protect your assets? Can we create assets which are exclusive for the family? Can we insulate our families from such business contingencies? Yes, of course, there is a way out. The Married Women's Property Act 1874 was created to secure the assets owned by a woman against her husband, his creditors, and relatives. Section 6 of the Married Women's Property Act 1874 provides that a policy of insurance taken by a married man for the benefit of his wife and or children shall not be subject to the control of the life assured or his creditors or form part of his estate. Under MWPA Act, all the properties that belong to the women gets insulated and protected from all other court attachments or any income tax department attachments that the husband has run up. Even the husband's parents or any relatives will not have any right to the benefits. In fact, the husband himself will also not have any rights to survival benefits of the policy. Now is the best time to secure your family financially with Married Women's Property Act 1874. Then why life insurance? Life insurance policy is recognized as a financial asset. Life insurance is unique because it works on the principle of create and save, wherein other asset classes work on the principle of save and create. Assets can be created for self, spouse, children, members or co-partners in HUF, business partners, key employees, and all other employees. It can also be used as a collateral security. What are the advantages of MWPA? MWPA comes free of cost without additional premium. MWPA can be bought only with life insurance policies and not with any other financial instruments. Works as a security against future loss, downfall in business profession. Estate is protected from bank, court, and creditors' attachments. Both married women and men can buy under MWPA. Only one single page addendum to be filled and signed by the trustee. No additional medical tests, no additional underwriting procedures and guidelines apply. Can be given with all plans, term, traditional, and ULIPs. Who can propose MWPA? Both women and men can propose MWPA under different sections of MWPA Act 1874. Let us look at the sections in detail. Are you ready for peace of mind, plan for special needs, and want to leave a legacy for your loved ones? Thanks for choosing MWPA.
सो वी होप ये इंफॉर्मेशन वाज वेरी यूनिक एंड स्पेशल, जो बहुत रेयर हमारे जो फाइनेंशियल एक्सपर्ट्स हैं उनके पास अवेलेबल होती है, राइट। एंड आज जो हमारे इंडस्ट्री के एक्सपर्ट है मिस्टर धवल आचार्य, आज वो जो चीजें आपके साथ शेयर करने वाले हैं वो मैं आपको इस तरीके से आपको गारंटी देना चाहता हूं कि 45-50 मिनट्स के बाद यू विल हैव अ फीलिंग कि ये प्रोडक्ट या ये सॉल्यूशन तो हमारे पास होना ही चाहिए। आई थिंक एक बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल किसी ने शेयर किया था कि ये सॉल्यूशन इज लाइक मल्टीविटामिन, राइट। हर प्रिस्क्रिप्शन के साथ जाती है, लेकिन अगर उसकी डेफिशिएंसी हो जाए तो शायद वो दूसरी दवाओं की जरूरत खड़ी कर देती है, राइट। सो लेट मी टेक एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू इंट्रोड्यूस मिस्टर धवल आचार्य। ही इज एन इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट और वो बिजनेस इंश्योरेंस वो देखते हैं, रिटायरमेंट देखते हैं, उसके सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, एज वेल एज NRI बिजनेस देखते हैं। एंड ही इज विद कोटक फ्रॉम लास्ट 3 years और लाइसेंशिएट, एसोसिएट, फेलोशिप, ना जाने कितनी ढेर सारी डिग्रीज ले रखी हैं। सो आने वाले 45-50 मिनट्स प्लीज तैयार हो जाइए। एक यूनिक सी इंफॉर्मेशन, एक रेयर सी इंफॉर्मेशन, और ये जो सॉल्यूशन वो प्रोवाइड करने वाले हैं, उस सॉल्यूशन को आप चाहे तो अपने बच्चे के लिए प्लान करें, आप चाहे तो रिटायरमेंट के लिए प्लान करें, चाहे तो आप मनी बैक की तरफ प्लान करें, आपकी मर्जी। ये ऐसा सॉल्यूशन है, राइट? आप उसको वैसे मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं, राइट? ओवर टू यू मिस्टर धवल।
Thank you so much, Santosh, for a very generous introduction. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. वेलकम इस एक्सक्लूसिव प्रोग्राम में जो हमने कोटक लाइफ के एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स के लिए खास डिवाइस किया है। आज अगले अगले 25 से 30 मिनट में मैं बच्चों के रिलेटेड फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग जो हम करते हैं और करना चाहते हैं उसके बारे में हम डिटेल में बात करेंगे। साथ ही साथ इसमें हम 3 से 4 चीजें समझेंगे। सबसे पहले बच्चों के लिए एक प्रूडेंट और सॉलिड फाइनेंशियल प्लान होना क्यों जरूरी है, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, हम समझने की कोशिश करेंगे कि कोटक इसमें आपकी किस तरह से मदद कर सकती है। छोटी सी इंट्रोडक्शन कोटक ग्रुप और कोटक लाइफ के बारे में लेंगे, और आखिरी सेक्शन में हम क्वेश्चन आंसर्स भी अपटेक करेंगे, सो दैट आप सभी लोग जिन्होंने इस वेबिनार को ज्वाइन किया है, आई एम श्योर आपके मन में इस प्रेजेंटेशन के बाद कुछ सवाल होंगे, तो आप उसको भी प्रेजेंट कर सकते हो हमारे सामने। आपके पास क्वेश्चन का टैब होगा जहां पर यू कैन इंटरेक्ट विद अस डायरेक्टली। सो इसी के साथ एक छोटे और खूबसूरत प्रेजेंटेशन की शुरुआत करते हैं, जहां हम समझेंगे कि बच्चों के लिए एक सॉलिड फाइनेंशियल प्लान होना क्यों बेहद आवश्यक है। Just allow me 1 second while I share that presentation. Okay, here we go. So हर सपना है खास, हमारे बच्चों के जो भी सपने होंगे वो डेफिनेटली एक स्पेशल फीलिंग होती है। सो हम एक बच्चा पैदा होने से लेकर ग्रेजुएट, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट और आगे भी जीवन में सफल रहे, ये हमेशा हमारी एज अ पेरेंट ये विजन वांट होती है। तो आज हम इस डायमेंशन को और डिटेल में समझेंगे कि इसमें हमें पैसों रिलेटेड जरूरत कौन से फेजेस में पड़ेगी, है ना। सो इस प्रेजेंटेशन में आगे बढ़ते हम हमारे बच्चों का हमेशा स्पेशल ख्याल रखते हैं। इनफैक्ट हम ये भी कोशिश करते हैं कि हमारे जो भी ऑर्बिट था उससे 1-2 नॉच ऊपर हमारे बच्चों को as far as education is concerned, as far as lifestyle is concerned, उन्हें वैसी सुविधाएं उपलब्ध बच्चों के लिए रख ले। सो इससे फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम भी साथ ही साथ, while लव अफेक्शन इमोशन इज डेफिनेटली देयर। जिंदगी में बहुत सारे पड़ाव ऐसे आते हैं, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम स्कूलिंग, देन वी गो टू यूनिवर्सिटी, then we go to post graduation, then we start with internship, तब जाकर के एक बच्चा एक इंडिपेंडेंट और सक्सेसफुल करियर बनाने की शुरुआत करता है। तो 0 to 25 का जो फेज होता है, वहाँ पेरेंट्स का रोल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, इन टर्म्स ऑफ गाइडेंस, इन टर्म्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग, हर एक तरीके से। सो हम वो सारी कोशिश करते हैं जिससे हम उनके लाइफ में बेटरमेंट कर सके, अपलिफ्टमेंट कर सके। नाउ अगर हम देखें तो आज के जमाने में करियर चॉइसेस इतनी ज्यादा है ना। अभी अनलाइक ओल्डर डेज जब ना ऑप्शंस थोड़े लिमिटेड होते थे, कहीं ना कहीं मुझे अच्छी तरह से याद है जब हम लोग हमारा 10th स्टैंडर्ड पूरा करते थे तो लोग हमें पूछते थे कि अभी तू क्या करेगा, साइंस, कॉमर्स या आर्ट्स। हालांकि आज के बच्चों को बाय द टाइम दे टर्न 15-16 उनके पास इतने सारे ऑप्शंस होते हैं, इतने सारे सपने होते हैं। For example, let us view some of them. Somebody may want to become an astronaut, somebody may want to become a chef, somebody may want to go on to become a doctor, somebody may want to do movie editing, somebody wants to become a sound engineer, है ना। आज के तारीख में career options have become multiple. Unlike आज से 10, 15, 20 साल पहले जो बच्चों के पास career options होते थे, उसके मुकाबले में आज career options बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गए। And as a responsible parent, हमने टैलेंट को नर्चर करना है और उन्हें जो हाईएस्ट मकाम वो अपने जिंदगी में हासिल कर सके उसमें हमने उनकी हैंड होल्डिंग करनी है और उन्हें साथ ही साथ आगे लेके जाने का है, सो दैट वट एवर माई चाइल्ड ड्रीम्स, I should be mentally, physically, emotionally, as well as financially ready to fulfill the goal. मैं चारों तरीके से, मतलब सब फर्ज करते हैं कि अगर मेरे बच्चे को शेफ बनना है, so I'll have to, find out which are the best schools available, which are the best hotel management institutes from where he can actually go on to become a world class chef. बिकॉज अभी दिन दिन खत्म हो गए जहां ऑप्शंस कम थे, अभी ऑप्शंस बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं, और जो भी ऑप्शन चूज करेंगे उसमें डेफिनेटली हमें देयर विल बी अ कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व, देयर विल बी अ लेवल ऑफ एंगेजमेंट दैट विल बी इन्वॉल्व, एंड हमें इन सारे फ्रंट का ध्यान रखना है. अभी मैं बात कर रहा था, क्योंकि एट कोटक ग्रुप हम हमेशा फाइनेंस और फाइनेंस रिलेटेड चीजों की जरूर बातें करते हैं. सो मैं अगर एक बेसिक ग्रेजुएशन जैसे प्रोग्राम की अगर बात करूं, आज से 10 साल पहले करीब करीब ग्रेजुएशन की कॉस्ट 2.5 लाख रुपए तक होती थी. आज के तारीख में अराउंड 8 से 10 लाख रुपए होती है. यही एंटिसिपेटेड है 18 से 20 लाख रुपए हो जाएगी आज से 10 साल बाद. ऑन अ सिमिलर प्लेटफॉर्म जब भी मैं पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन की बात करता हूं, तो आज के तारीख में अप्रोक्सीमेटली कॉस्ट इज अराउंड 20 लैक्स. आज से 10 साल पहले कॉस्ट अराउंड 12 से 15 लाख के बीच में था, और यही हम एंटिसिपेट कर रहे हैं कि आज से 10 साल बाद शायद 40 लाख रुपए होगी. नाउ इन दिस एनवायरमेंट, इंडिपेंडेंट कि हमारे बच्चों को कौन सा करियर ऑप्शन चूज करना है, कौन सा पाथ सिलेक्ट करना है, वी एज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल पेरेंट have to make provision so that the money does not become a challenge at that point in time. And for that, people usually ask me, for different goals, like goal is for education of the children or well-being of the children or long-term financial protection of the children. People say, Dhaval, what is the right time to start for my children's education saving? I say the time is today. So somebody says, my child is only 4 years old, college is still 15 years away, 14 years away. So I said, you will of course have to contribute lesser. So earlier you start, you will have to pay less as far as your milestone related financial plan is involved. So I have a very simple answer to any long term financial goal. It can be child education, it can be providing financial security for children through wealth creation, it can be your own retirement solution that we are looking at. But my answer is that we should start planning for any medium to long term financial plan today. So today is the best day to start, because we are constantly seeing costs are going up, and especially with a wide range of career options, and we always want the best, as we saw in the beginning part of the presentation. We always want to uplift our children. हम हमेशा वो चाहते हैं कि शायद जो जो मैंने नहीं किया वो मैं मेरे बच्चों को दूं, मेरे से भी 2 नॉच ऊपर का अटेंशन, मेरे से भी 2 नॉच बेटर स्कूल्स, बेटर कॉलेजेस, बेटर एनवायरनमेंट उसे मिले, so that they can excel and they can outperform in their lives. Sure. So even after education, as I was sharing with you, things don't end as far as the relationship between parent and children. It remains for life. Once a child, always a child. I mean, even till date, I would like to say this. Today I am a settled professional, but still my parents ended up keep ending up worrying for me. They want to ensure my safety, my well-being, so on and so forth. So even after the education is over, it's not that हमारी सारी जिम्मेदारियां बच्चों की तरफ पूरी हो जाती है. कहीं ना कहीं यदि उन्हें करियर को लॉन्च करना है, कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें बिजनेस लॉन्च करना है, इसमें भी आपके एक्सपीरियंस का, थ्रू फाइनेंशियल हेल्प, they may seek your support. So as a responsible father, as a responsible mother, we should be ready with our concrete financial plan in terms of what's my strategy to fulfill all these financial goals that are going to come up my way through the curve. Needless to say, their wedding also will become one amongst that journey. So when you see a journey of a child, I mean, it starts from schooling, then we go to college, then we pick up career option and college together, then there is marriage, then our children will in turn have children, then they'll have aspirations like buying a house for themselves, buying a luxury car for themselves, so on and so forth. So in this journey, we should stand by them very, very solidly like a rock. Okay, as a responsible parent, one of the one of the bare minimum wants that we'll have is that our child should do the best as per his or her potential. कहीं भी कोई भी चीज की कमी नहीं रह जानी चाहिए as far as platform is concerned, as far as opportunities are concerned. That is where I somewhere thank the changing times. Changing times have really given good opportunities to lot of bright minded children to pursue the career options that they want to take choices that they desire, so on and so forth. So हम भी हमेशा चाहेंगे कि अगर मेरे बच्चे की एक्सपर्टीज टेनिस खेलने में है, अगर मेरे बच्चे को मैथ्स और अकाउंट्स में बहुत इंटरेस्ट है, अगर 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 मेरे बच्चे को क्रिएटिव है, मे बी दे वांट टू गो इन एडिटिंग, राइटिंग, मे बी somebody wants to go in art, somebody wants to go on bike ride. आज के तारीख में सारे के सारे करियर ऑप्शंस बहुत ज्यादा लुक्रेटिव है और बहुत ज्यादा यूनिक है. सो जो स्टीरियोटाइप तरीका पहले हुआ करता था अभी ऐसा नहीं रहा. बट इन सारी चीजों के लिए फाइनेंशियल रेडीनेस और बिहेवियरल सपोर्ट, ये दो चीज हमेशा चाहिए. दोनों में से एक भी अगर मिसिंग होगा तो कहीं ना कहीं फुल पोटेंशियल पे जीने में दिक्कत आ सकती है. So while emotional support and encouragement is always there, we need to also be financially equipped while we plan for our children's future. And how we can go about planning, life insurance is one of the best tools, especially when I speak of long term savings. Any asset class, if you see, the minute your outlook is 10 years and beyond. So this is for all my friends, those who are having children between 0 to 10 to 12 years of age. When we look at your child as a future, and their future financial points where they are going to need money, we have got excellent ideas at Kotak Life. Whether it can be a need for their graduation, whether it can be a need of their post graduation, whether it's going to be creating a legacy for your children, whether everything can be done in a single plan. We have all options available at Kotak Life. So we have excellent ideas. We have more than 15-20 different combinations depending on your requirement, how you want to do. We have fancy bonus options that we will see when we get to the question answer section, where we'll do the detailing about our solutions. But Kotak Life has brilliant ideas. If you have children between 0 to 12 years of age, and if you have not planned for them, this meeting will be the right point to start brainstorming about it, and we start thinking about it, and we implement a concrete financial plan. The early you save, better it is. As I shared in the earlier part of my presentation as well, the earlier I start, better it is. As I said, if somebody says that my child is only 3 years old, post graduation is as high as 17, 18 years away. But little I start today is only I'll be able to build more then, because money saved is as good as money earned. And life insurance here offers disciplined saving vehicle which is going to run for more than 10 years, 15 years, 20 years and beyond. There are very few asset classes that are devised in a manner which can take care of multiple goals. So when I do a financial plan, what are my different options? While all options are very good, there are certain options that will attract a certain set of customers. Let us see how life insurance is spaced in the world of insurance. हमें कहाँ competition किस तरीके से, what are my other available options? One of the most popular assets in India is a fixed deposit. While fixed deposit is a great asset class, it is very safe. It gives me guarantee. It offers me liquidity also. But there are certain risk elements that are there. Usually, a fixed deposit is never linked to a goal. Everybody, including you, me, our family members, we end up at times doing fixed deposit because when we don't quite know what needs to be done with the money, we park it in fixed deposit. Then it'll earn some return and it is safe. And what happens is whenever there is an emergency, whenever there is an opportunity, first withdrawals typically happen from fixed deposit. So when it comes to my long term financial plan, things like my children education, your own retirement, uh, well being of your children in long run, which we can call it as legacy creation, asset creation, somehow takes a back seat. So while it is very very flexible, you can enter anytime and quit anytime. That kind of puts FD in a little, no, usually no long term goals are planned with fixed deposit in mind. Then we move to equity and mutual funds. I'll take them collectively. They both are very good asset class. Lot of our customers and lot of people known to me have made a lot of money there. But having said that, whenever I'm looking at a goal, a specific goal, it would be very difficult to say. For example, if the child was, let's say, turning 18 in 2020, and you had to do a university, education for your child in this year. Let's say in February, your valuation would be around 40 lakhs, and if you would check your value now, it would be 28 lakhs. Just hypothetically, I'm giving you an example. There is too much of variable things that are there when I look at equity and mutual funds. They are good universe, good asset classes, but when you look at something very concrete, you usually don't evaluate equity and mutual funds. Now that is where insurance scores. Now, number one advantage of insurance is any asset class more than 10 years, life insurance has a very special place there, because life insurance solution usually is devised with 10 years, 15 years, 20 years and beyond. It is going to give me a security that when I need the money for my child's goal, because when I start accumulating money, I know what all are my withdrawal points. So the financial plan is laid out in that manner. Payout option as per your requirement, it is flexible. You might say at 20 I need some money, at 25 I need some money, and at 30 also I need some money. And above all, it is also a tax efficient tool. Life insurance, not only at the stage of investment, but at the stage of receiving the money, is at the stage of investment under ATC, and at the stage of receiving the money under section 1010D, it is tax free. So tax efficiency of my investment also goes higher, which is an added advantage when I look at life insurance solution. So looking at, what are my available options, what are my goals, life insurance must form a certain percentage of your portfolio. And, obviously we are very happy that you are our existing customers. So we can once again relook at your life stage, relook at how your portfolio and your children financial goals will look like, and then we can take the matters forward, having a detailed discussion around it. Sure, let us move forward. Seeing some of the trends at an interest rate level, we have picked up data from 1990s till date. In 1990, their interest rates were hovering around 12% mark. Today, the interest rates have been, dipping constantly. In 2001, it was 7.5 to 8.5%. In 2010, it was down to 8% again. In 2020, we are down to 5.5%. So we are in a falling interest rate regime. So what this does is, if I depend on fixed deposits or recurring deposits, my return constantly will keep going down, and probably inflation somewhere or the other does continue to keep pace. So it is going to be progressively very very difficult for me to manage with a short to medium term vehicles. I will need something that is very long term, something that is very consistent, and something which is guaranteed and secured. So I'll need things on those lines. Let's move further. With life insurance, there is that guarantee that comes, in either of the situations, whether you are there or you are not there, your goal of your child will be fulfilled in any which case. Protection is one embedded element in life insurance. जिससे likewise we say कि whether you are around or you're not around, sir madam, आप रहे या आप ना रहे, आपके बच्चों के गोल्स जरूर पूरे होंगे. हम इसे सेल्फ कंप्लीटिंग सॉल्यूशंस कहते हैं. For example, I'll just give a clarity on what this means. That if you have taken a solution where you have chosen to pay for 12 years premium, and you have chosen a flexible maturity term, in the event of death of the proposer in 3 policy years, the rest of the 9 premiums will be paid by Kotak Life Insurance. and it will become a self-completing solution for you. That's the power. No fixed deposit, no mutual funds, no equity shares, no other asset class gives this sense of security what a life insurance does. So life insurance that way holds a very unique space in your respective portfolios overall. So let us look at Kotak as a group, because when I look at selecting a life insurance company, there are 3-4 main vectors जिसे जिसे मैं समझता हूँ. Number one is financial stability. So I would of course like to work with a company or with a group or put my money which is financially stable. Number two, trustworthiness. Number three, my transaction should be simple, especially in these uncertain times of COVID-19. And I need a company which delivers onto their promises, because here we are looking at long-term financial goals for our customers. Specifically, today we are discussing about children education. It can be children education, it can be wealth creation, it can be retirement, it can be protection. So there are various needs a life insurance solution actually caters to. Let us look at how Kotak Life stands on all these parameters which I shared with you all earlier. Number one, we have asset under management of more than 34,000 crores. So more than 34,000 crores is a huge number. So a lot of customers are putting a lot of trust on us in terms of managing money. We are profitable since last 12 years. Last year, in our closing books, we have recorded a profit of 608 crores for our shareholders, which is a very, very healthy sign that a business is very well managed. Trustworthiness, more than 3 crore people we have secured with a coverage of more than 9.35 lakh crores. I repeat, we have secured more than 3 crore lives with more than 9.35 lakhs crore as a promise to pay. In this moving digital era, we have made our entire process hassle free. So starting from purchase till the point you keep receiving payouts, we are 100% digital onto our platform. So you will be making a purchase decision to buy a Kotak Life insurance solution, keeping your child in mind, keeping your long-term financial goal in mind, sitting in the comfort of your home and with 100% digital mode. Last is delivering our promises. We have a handsome claim settlement ratio of 96.38%, so that we are delivering to all our promises that we are making. So this makes Kotak a very, very natural and an obvious choice for us to plan for our long-term financial goals with Kotak. Speaking about Mr. Uday Kotak, I mean, usually he needs no introduction. But recent change since 1985, we have seen a very solid business trail at Kotak Group and Kotak Life Insurance, Kotak Bank, Kotak Securities, vehicle finance, bill discounting, biggest merger in our bank. He has recently been appointed as a president of CII. What that means is he's going to be involved in the decision making for the country's financial well-being. So it is a proud moment for Kotak, and we really appreciate to work in such dynamic leadership. So we as a group have a very strong outlook, and we are very, very customer centric. So we want to devise solutions which are beneficial to you in the long term. As I shared, as far as purchase of life insurance is going to be concerned, we are going to connect over a video conference. We will gather your need. We will share details. You will share documents with us online. You will receive a secured payment link, and you get your policy document on email as well as the physical dispatch, looking at the lockdown scenario overall. So we are 100% digital as far as our processes and our outlook is concerned towards, so we are 100% contactless in that regard. So here we invite you to join us on this journey, on this wonderful journey, and ensure that your child has a very concrete financial plan. We have got great options. We have barrage of combinations and solutions which will be useful आपकी ज़रूरत के हिसाब से, आपके बच्चों की एज और जो फाइनेंशियल प्लान आप करना चाहते हो उनके लिए, उसके हिसाब से वी हैव गॉट, क्योंकि हर सपना है खास, as you see out here. So it is very very imperative. So we also have a very brilliant solution called as Kotak Smart Life Plan. Would just like to give you some highlights around this. Uh, we have got a unique first time in the industry. We have got cash option where you start receiving a regular stream of income from the end of year one itself, which is first time in the industry. Kotak Life has brought the option of cash bonus. Plus the fact, depending on your requirement, you can use it like your bank account. As and when you want to withdraw money, you can place withdrawals. It is such a beautiful and a flexible plan, starting from education needs to setting up a business to cash flow needs till retirement, till logically retirement of your children and wealth creation. It is going to help you as it operates till 75 years of age. So it is a brilliant idea. Our sales experts will actually be getting in touch with you and sharing greater details on how this can actually benefit you. On this note, I would like to thank you all for taking out your precious time and joining us. Now we enter into our last segment, which is going to be question answer section, which me and Santosh sir together, because I'm sure I have not referred to my chat box as of now because my screen share is currently on. But in the chat box, we would have received a few questions and we will be more than happy to answer them all. If you want personalized help and support, just drop in your name and number out there. We will be reaching out to you shortly in terms of designing an ideal financial plan for you. So with this, I'm going on the chat window and I'm stopping the screen share. Santosh sir, I invite you to help me out. In the meanwhile, you would have received some questions.
Yes. Thank you so very much, Mr. Dhaval, for such an informative and presentation. The kind of example and the facts you have shared, it was really an eye-opener for all of us. Especially that example, I think one of our senior citizen was sharing कि जब वो दादा बने तो उन्होंने अपनी ग्रैंड चाइल्ड के लिए कुछ lakhs rupees उन्होंने एफडी किया, राइट? बट द विड्रॉल ऑफ द मनी, द पर्पस वाज डिफरेंट, राइट? सो यस, थैंक यू सो वेरी मच. आई थिंक आप जो सॉल्यूशन बता रहे हैं उसके लिए बहुत से क्वेश्चन आ चुके हैं, राइट? सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, इफ आई एम पेइंग अ 10 lakh rupees annual premium, what was the bonus last year?
Okay,
Talks.
Sure. Let me share. So as I shared, for the first time in the industry, we have come up with cash option, approximately 3.5 lakh rupees. Of course, it will depend on the age, so little variation, but it would work out to be around 35% of the premium paid every year. That means if you park 10 lakh rupees for 12 years with practically whole of life of your child, approximately 3.5 lakh rupees will be the cash payout option that will work out. And this will not be paid for 1 year, 2 year. It will be paid every year.
So just need some clarification, Mr. Dhaval. ये जो आप बोल रहे हैं 10 लाख के प्रीमियम के अगेंस्ट 3 लाख और अप्रॉक्स 3.5 लाख व्हाटएवर जो अमाउंट आता है, ये अकाउंट में पड़ा रहता है या अकाउंट में आ जाता है, बैंक अकाउंट में आ जाता है?
नहीं, वेरी वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. जैसे मैंने बताया था आपको कि ये इंडस्ट्री का सबसे रेवोल्यूशनराइज्ड प्रोडक्ट है. सो ये आपके बैंक अकाउंट में टैक्स फ्री स्वरूप में आ जाएगा, संतोष जी. सो अगर आप आज 10 लाख रुपए का प्लान परचेज करते हैं कोटक लाइफ से, कोटक स्मार्ट लाइफ सोल्यूशन, अगले साल आपको 13th मंथ में 3.5 लाख रुपए आपके अकाउंट में आ जाएंगे. एक्यूरेट रिप्रेजेंटेशन हम आपके साथ शेयर करेंगे. ये बॉल पार्क फिगर्स लिए हुए हैं मैंने यहाँ पर.
Sure. I think next question is, ठीक है, बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है, उसको मैं शॉर्ट में आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर कि ये क्वेश्चन, यू मीन टू से ये प्लान, ये सॉल्यूशन इज फॉर चाइल्ड प्लान की तरह ही है?
देखिए संतोष जी, ये बहुत वर्सेटाइल है ना। हालांकि हम इसको जिस एज में जिस प्रकार से चाहे उस प्रकार से मोल्ड कर सकते हैं। सो 3 साल से बच्चे के लेकर 55 साल के प्री रिटायरमेंट स्टेज तक हर इंसान इस प्रोडक्ट को परचेज कर सकता है। इसे एक रिटायरमेंट प्लान के बतौर, एक डिसिप्लिन सेविंग प्लान के बतौर, एक चिल्ड्रन एजुकेशन कम चिल्ड्रन लेगेसी क्रिएशन के बतौर हर तरीके से यूज की। इसके बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशंस है संतोष जी। सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर रिक्वायरमेंट, योर फैमिली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, हम आपको रेकमेंड करेंगे कि कौन सा ऑप्शन और कौन सा कॉम्बिनेशन आपके लिए सही रहेगा। सो ये बहुत वर्सेटाइल प्रोडक्ट है। इसको किसी एक सांचे में ढालना बहुत मुश्किल होगा, है ना। हमारे पास बहुत सारे कॉम्बिनेशन और ऑप्शंस है।
यानी ये प्लान आपकी जरूरत के हिसाब से, जस्ट वांटेड टू क्लैरिफाई मिस्टर धवल, कि अगर अभी किसी ने चिल्ड्रन प्लान लेके चिल्ड्रन सोल्यूशन, चाइल्ड प्लान करके ले लिया, राइट, बट चिल्ड्रन बच्चा है जो चाइल्ड इज सो टैलेंटेड, वो स्कॉलर है, तो शायद इस पैसे की जरूरत ना पड़े उन्हें, राइट। सो यू मीन टू से कि ये पैसा वहां अगर यूज नहीं हुआ तो ये वो अपने लिए कोई एसेट क्रिएशन या अपने लिए रिटायरमेंट सॉल्यूशन की तरह भी यूज कर सकते हैं।
एब्सोल्युटली। और इसमें से आने वाला हर एक पैसा टैक्स फ्री भी होगा, और विड्रॉल आप आपके रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से प्लान कर सकते हो। जैसे आपने सही तरीके से बताया कि अगर आपने ऐसे प्लान करा था कि 22 पे आपको एक विड्रॉल चाहिए बच्चे की एज पे, और अगर वो विड्रॉल की आपको जरूरत नहीं पड़ी, तो ऑफ कोर्स वो पैसों से आप बाकी कोई गोल अगर पूरा करना है। और सबसे बेहतरीन बात ये होती है कि लाइफ इंश्योरेंस की, कि जो पैसे आते हैं वो टैक्स फ्री आते हैं, और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी पूरी की पूरी मेरे पास होती है। आई एज अ पॉलिसी ओनर मेक्स माई डिसीजन कि मुझे मेरे पैसे कब, कौन से ईयर में, किस तरह से विड्रॉ करना है।
सो यू मीन टू से कि ये प्लान मनी बैक भी है, अगले साल से वेरी नेक्स्ट ईयर पैसा आना शुरू हो जाएगा, एंड इफ जरूरत लगी तो फ्यूचर में अगर वो पैसा यूज नहीं करना है अंदर रख सकते हैं और फ्यूचर में विड्रॉ कर सकते हैं।
एब्सोल्युटली। आपके पास, हमारे पास दो, वेरी वेरी गुड, वेरी वेरी एप्ट क्वेश्चन। हमारे पास दो बोनस ऑप्शन है। एक ऑप्शन को हम कहते हैं कैश ऑप्शन, जहां अगले साल से ही इन लाइन विद द कंपनी बोनस, जैसे मैंने शुरू में एग्जांपल दिया था कि आप 10 लाख रुपए 12 साल के लिए मेरे पास डाल रहे हो, तो आपको 10 लाख के अगेंस्ट 3.5 लाख रुपया हर साल मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा, वो भी टैक्स फ्री। और दूसरा हमारे पास ऑप्शन है जो अक्यूमुलेटिंग वाला ऑप्शन है, जिसको हम पेड अप एडिशन बोलते हैं। वहां पर आप आपकी मर्जी से आप जब चाहे जितना चाहे पैसा विड्रॉ कर सकते हैं। दोनों ऑप्शंस की अपनी खूबसूरती है, आप एज पर योर रिक्वायरमेंट इसे यूज कर सकते हैं।
या श्योर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, I have 40 lakhs in my hand and my grandson is at present in 10th standard. Please guide me to make him doctor.
Okay, so we can look at your cash. So 40 lakhs you have presently on your hand, and you want to make your grandson or granddaughter a doctor. So yes, we can devise a solution which can be tailor-made for your requirement. Depending on how you want the withdrawals, we can actually make a very good idea around this. So basis a certain amount of annual contributions, basis a certain amount of fixed income and other things, we can make a very good solution for you. So yes, it is very much possible. So because doctor बनने के लिए अभी भी कम से कम 6, 7, 8 साल बाकी है। So हमारे पास बहुत सारे variations हैं इसके अंदर, जो हम as per your requirement बिल्कुल devise कर सकते हैं। So good idea. It can be a great gift as a grandparent to your grandson or granddaughter.
Yeah.
दादाजी ने ना केवल मेरी पढ़ाई में, बट मेरे लिए एक ऐसा फाइनेंशियल प्लान बना दिया जो मुझे शायद जिंदगी भर पॉकेट मनी भी प्रोवाइड कर सकता है।
Very true. Very true. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Dhaval. And I think next question is, answer भी उसी में है, right?
Okay.
Can we use this plan as a Kanya Dan solution?
Okay. In fact, for a female child, we have got excellent stories. So when our sales team will actually reach out to all my friends, those who have a female child, a Smart Life is a must in your portfolio. Amount, I will leave it up to you to decide how much you want to park. but it makes a very wonderful reading, and it makes a great idea for a female child, because uh, see, our society is though evolving, but कहीं ना कहीं बेटी जो होती है वो शादी करके दूसरे घर में जाती है, और उसके बाद कई सारी चीजें होती है ना, whether she chooses to work, she does not choose to work. ऐसे में अगर एक फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस एज अ फादर, एज अ मदर, अगर आप उन्हें गिफ्ट कर सके, so there is nothing like it. So for a female child, and again, you know, your daughters are very dear. Not that sons are not dear, but daughters are definitely dearer to their parents. You know, sons are always made tough, at least even in our house. That's almost a culture that boys are, you know, thrown. You know, boys are to travel in bus, travel in train. You know, girls always travel in cars and full safety. So ये कहीं ना कहीं ये तरीका सच भी होता है. मैं पूरी तरह से हालांकि इससे सहमत नहीं हूँ. Equality is what we should believe in. But having said that, a female child always enjoys a very special place in the heart of the parents, and it can be a great gift for her. So we
Yeah.
will reach out to you and make a customized solution for you.
Thank you. Thank you. So I think next question is, worry about premium paying term. क्या ये लाइफ टाइम जिंदगी भर ये मुझे पैसे भरते ही रहने पड़ेंगे, या कुछ टाइम के लिए ही पैसे भरना है एंड उसके बेनिफिट्स लाइफ लॉन्ग मुझे एंजॉय करने हैं?
वेरी वेरी फेयर क्वेश्चन. आपकी इस कंसर्न को हमने प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन लेवल पे ही ध्यान रख लिया है. आपके पास दो तीन ऑप्शंस रहेंगे. आप हमारे सबसे पॉपुलर जो है वो 10 साल और 12 साल का ड्यूरेशन है, जहां जहां हमारे कस्टमर को केवल 10 साल या 12 साल के लिए पैसे भरने होते हैं, और जो जिनके लिए मैं वो प्लान खरीद रहा हूँ उनकी 75 एज तक ये प्लान चलता है. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप मेरा मेरा बेटा अगर 5 साल का है, और इफ आई एम बाइंग स्मार्ट लाइफ सोल्यूशन फॉर हिम, it will be a 70-year product where I need to only pay for 10 years or 12 years, and the product will work till 75. And if a 40-year-old man is buying, keeping his retirement and other needs in mind, it will work for 35 years. So इस तरह से combination होएगा. तो बिल्कुल आपको सारे ड्यूरेशन में पैसे भरने की जरूरत नहीं है. We have a fantastic limited pay option as well out here, where you have option to pay just for 10 years or 12 years.
Thank you, Mr. Dhaval. Can Dada and Nana buy this plan for grandchildren?
In fact, it will be a very memorable gift, as I was saying. Bilkul, they can buy. I would recommend life insurance is one of the greatest gifts that we as grandparents can give, because it is going to, give you great memories throughout the life. So, आपके grandchildren आपको हमेशा याद करेंगे कि दादाजी ने मेरे लिए ये प्लान खरीदा था, जिसकी वजह से मेरे एजुकेशन में फायदा हुआ. Today I am independent, but still I am receiving some money, because any form of gift coming out of love and affection is always accepted with a lot of grace. And you know, grandparents buying for grandchildren is one of the biggest customer base that we have in Smart Life, because grandparents always want to gift their grandchild, and life insurance contract is one of the best options as far as financial gifts are concerned.
So is this a child plan or a retirement planning?
Well, this is a very, as I shared with you, that this is a very open architecture, as we call it. यहाँ पर आपका मकसद लंबे समय के लिए और पैसों की विड्रॉल की फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी भी साथ ही में दी जाती है. सो मैं इसे एक वेल्थ क्रिएशन सोल्यूशन की तरह, एक कैशबैक सोल्यूशन की तरह, एक बच्चों के एजुकेशन की तरह, एक रिटायरमेंट पेंशन की तरह, एक लमसम मैच्योरिटी एक समय पे आए, वैसे में बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशंस है इसके. कम से कम 30 से 40 कॉम्बिनेशन सिर्फ स्मार्ट लाइफ प्रोडक्ट स्टैंड अलोन में बनते हैं. लाइक वी यूजुअली से कि हमारे पास टोटल 300-400 कॉम्बिनेशन है, तो उसमें 30-40 कॉम्बिनेशन सिर्फ स्मार्ट लाइफ सोल्यूशन के साथ बन जाता है. सो इट्स अ ब्यूटिफुली डिवाइस्ड, यूनिक इन द इंडस्ट्री सोल्यूशन व्हिच इज अ हाईली फ्लेक्सिबल. सो क्या ये सिर्फ चाइल्ड एजुकेशन या रिटायरमेंट? इट हैज मल्टीपल एप्लीकेशंस as per your requirement.
Great. And how MWP Act is applicable in this plan?
Okay, MWPA Act will be applicable when proposer is buying it for himself or herself. MWPA is a very beautiful provision in a life insurance, which helps me create a non-attachable asset. नॉन-अटैचेबल एसेट का मतलब ये होता है कि उस एसेट के ऊपर कोई भी कोर्ट का, कोई भी बैंक का या कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूशन का कभी भी कोई अटैचमेंट नहीं हो सकता है. सो ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक्सक्लूसिवली वाइफ और बच्चों की एसेट हो जाती है. बट ये तभी मुमकिन हो पाएगा जब भी मैं खुद के लिए खरीद रहा हूँ. सो व्हेन आई एम प्रपोजिंग फॉर माय चाइल्ड, MWPA may or may not be applicable, because it will not be applicable. In fact, it will be applicable only when I buy it for myself. So it's a great thing for those who are in their, those who are professionals, those who are businessmen. We recommend them MWPA, a life insurance solution, which will work very well for you.
So I think we are getting flood of questions, but I would request all. I think अगर हम लोग आपके questions को answer नहीं दे पाएंगे, तो please do not mind. We'll surely help you, right? And if you're not able to type the question or draft or mention this in chat box, please mention HELP help. That's it. We'll contact you with your contact details. That's it, right? I can see a lot of questions are a bit personal, right? जिसमें उन्होंने family की पूरी detail and अपनी पूरी financial assets के बारे में share किया हुआ है. तो I'm not taking those questions, right?
Absolutely, Santosh ji, because financial planning is something which is very personal to me. So, of course, on a large forum like this, where we have nearly more than 600 customers who have logged in, I wouldn't want to discuss anything that is personal. Anything that is personal, our sales team will be actually calling you back and discussing in detail with you as per your preferred time slot. They'll do a video conference with you and we will get back to you.
Yeah, so we'll take last one or two questions, right? Because I think we are still getting a lot of questions. So the last question is, after 10 years, can we withdraw lump sum amount and on 20th year also? Please explain.
That's a very valid question. Yes, we will have complete flexibility to place withdrawal when I have taken accumulation option. As I had shared earlier, we have two options. One is a cash payout option, and second is a paid up addition, which is a accumulating option. If I have taken accumulation option, I can take my withdrawals as and when I want. You can take it on 10th year, 20th year, 25th year, 15th year, 20th year, 8th year, as per your requirement, depending on the accrued balance that has happened.
Good. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mr. Dhaval. And would request, अगर आप help लिख रहे हैं, please mention your contact details also, right? That will save our time. Thank you so very much. We are getting a lot of help questions. Any last question, Mr. Dhaval?
All right, I have one on my window, which is okay. There are a few which are saying help. One or two questions are reading that what is the minimum age at which I can buy, or is it only for children who are between 0 to 12 years? No, this is applicable from 3 years, 3 completed years to 55 years. 3 completed years to 55 years. Anybody who wants to enter into this, of course, before 3 to 25, it will be parents, and beyond that, it will be self. Anybody and everybody can buy, and you can customize this to be a children education plan. You can customize this to be a tax-free retirement solution. You can customize this for saving and long-term investment. It's a highly versatile and a highly effective solution that will be there available for you. So there are still at least, I think, 20-25 questions I'm able to see which will go unanswered. So आप यहाँ पे help लिख दीजिए, आप chat में आपके details drop कर दीजिए, ताकि हमारी team will be calling you back in 48 hours and will be taking your next appointment over a video conference where we can have an individual discussion with each one of you.
Last question, I think I missed. This was repeatedly asked, but somehow I missed. Can a husband take this plan for wife under MWP Act?
Okay. So under MWPA Act, it has to be a self-proposed case. So when I buy a policy for myself and I can make my wife as a beneficiary. So yes, when a husband is buying for himself, he can make he can so if the question is, can smart life be taken under MWPA? Yes, but it has to be a self-proposed case, not where I am proposing for my either wife or children. When I am myself the proposer and the insured, MWPA is very much applicable to smart life. Great idea. To all my friends who are professionals, to all my friends who are businessmen, I would encourage you to evaluate the MWPA proposal as well.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mr. Dhaval, for such an informative session. And thank you so very much, all the valuable customers as well as distributors for joining this customer meet webinar. Thank you so very much. Now we can close this meeting, and I would request all, please mention help. We are getting a lot of help, right? Help means that we'll contact you, we'll help you, we'll support you, we'll guide you, we'll share our expert views with you. Thank you so very much all for joining. Thank you. We can end this meeting now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.